Okay, let's try a couple more of these one-liners, guys. We got a whole bunch of these different things that are definitely going to get you prepared for talking to a lot of sellers, and I think you're really going to love them. How about this one? We have 100 people calling the office a day to sell me their houses. You need to make your price as competitive as possible. Again, in this situation, we're building that scarcity mentality for these sellers. We want to make them feel that, hey, listen, if I don't take advantage of this offer right now, I might not sell my house. Again, you want to reiterate the problems that these people are having as far as the information that you collected on the lead sheet. We're doing education-based selling, so this is definitely something you're going to love. I'm going to say it again. Listen, sir, we have 100 people calling our office a day. We have 100 people calling our office a day. You need to make your price as competitive as possible. Again, that's going to drop their prices down, and we're only talking in some cases, guys, is that we only need them to come down a few $1,000s. Your job in this situation, if you could find somebody to pay you $3, $5, $6, $7,000 more for a property, then you're in business. That's our job. Our job is to try to get the prices low enough where we can turn around and resell these properties for a couple $1,000s more. So using some of these one-liners is going to get you where the seller wants $50,000, but you might get them down to 45 because you're going to have to sell the property at $50,000. Remember that. You're only just a few minutes away. Well, I guess minutes away is probably the wrong word. You're only a little. Man, let me see how I can probably word this thing here. You are only, I'm having a little tongue-twisting moment here, guys. Hopefully you're laughing at me, as I'm pretty much laughing at myself. Let's see. How would I be able to preface this? If you can find somebody, again, to pay you more money than you currently got it, you're only a few $1,000s away as far as getting your seller to come down in his offer. You're only a few $1,000s away from really understanding how to generate high profits in this business. Every single time I get a seller to give me a price, I'm always constantly trying to get him inch down, inch down, inch down. And what I mean by inch, that's maybe $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. That gives me a better shot at reselling this property and making the spread. All right, let's try another one here. I don't want to give my house away. This is when a seller says, hey, listen, I just don't want to give my house away. And then I come back and I would say, listen, sir, I don't want you to give your house away either, but what price would you consider giving your house away? Remember, in negotiation, the first person to say a number is going to win. I can't tell you how many times I've been on the phone with somebody and they say, listen, I just don't want to give my house away. Immediately, as soon as they say that, I go right to this. I don't want you to give your house away either, sir, but what would that number be? What would you feel like that number is? And then he's going to give you a number. And once he gives you a number, then you have something to start on. Now you have a ground floor. And that is definitely very important as you're talking to sellers. You want to make sure that he's the one that says that number first. Okay, let's try another one. What happens when a seller comes back and he says, I can't do that price? And he's waiting for you to go ahead and counter offer. And in this business, again, that first person to give you the number is going to lose. So I would say in that situation, I'd say, well, what price can you do? Okay? I can't do that price, Pete. Well, what price can you do? You want him to name it out because there's a good chance that sometimes that he's going to name that number and it's going to be a deal. We already know what the numbers are. Based on when we go through the comps in the Freedom Soft system, we know where we need to get these houses at. So if it's at 40% or 50% or 60%, we know what that number is. So our job is to make sure that we can get him to come down a little bit lower. And if he comes down a little bit lower in that situation, we know we have a deal. Immediately we send out a contract, get him to sign it, start marketing the property, and start making the things happen. So guys, again, try to go ahead and memorize these, say them naturally, and you're going to absolutely love it. Once you get a hang of this, it doesn't take much to get the hang of talking to sellers because pretty much every seller is the same. They all have different situations, and it's our job is to be empathetic with them as far as their situations. So you want to say, listen, I understand your problem. I understand how it is to go through what you're going through. And the reason why is because I deal with a lot of people that are in similar situations. So again, what I'm doing is I'm reiterating the fact that I understand where he's at. I'm down to his level, and then now I'm trying to help him. And as long as we come across that way, and you really have to feel that, you have to understand that this is something that we're doing. We're trying to help people out of situations, and we make a little bit of money doing so. So learn these one-liners. We got a couple more videos with a bunch more of them, so you're really going to enjoy it.